Okay, so today's video is going to concentrate on trace precedents and the utility and usage of them and how helpful they can be. So I have just kind of a simple set of data here. We see two columns. It looks like this first column is beers drinking, and the second column here is dollars spent. So it looks just like a small budget, more or less. So to start with, we're going to use these data sets to create kind of an aggregate. In this case, let's say it's dollars spent divided by beers drinking. And so we'll use that and we'll get some numbers here. And if we can just double click this, it'll come down. And so it all looks pretty nice, except for this box right here. And so it's saying, looks like it's saying dividing over 0 is a problem. But if it wasn't that simple, we could use our trace precedents tool here, and it's going to say, okay, here's our problem. You're dividing 114 by 0, which technically is infinite, right? So there's clearly been a mess up in this data. So we're going to change this to maybe 6. And that's going to change our data up. So now, when we go back to our trace precedents, we can see that the 6 is dividing into the 114, so it's $19 that we spent on per beer on this night with this equation. So, if we even want to take this a step further, because it can get a little difficult the more and more that we do this. Let's say that we want to know, first we'll name this, and then we'll say it's per beer spend. Okay. And now we want to take this per beer spend and divide it by week. So we're going to say equals per beer spend divided by 7 days in a week. And we'll get this number here. So, and just for the sake of the data, let's say one of these ones we change to H. Now we're going to get a lot of mess ups here based on how this was calculated. So we think, how are we going to fix this? Well, we look at our trace precedents, and we don't have a value in front there. We can kind of do it again and say, okay, well, if we don't have that value, why don't we have that value? And it's going to show us, since we're trying to divide H into 137, then that's why it's not going to work. So we can come back here and change this back to 7 or something, and that cleans up our data. And of course, as you've been seeing me do, you can come back here and just remove the arrows, and you're good to go. Well, I hope this is helpful on trace precedents, and thanks for taking the time to watch it. Let's go drink some beer.